Hello everyone, it's me Amber here with a full face get ready with me, covering that up. I'm going to focus today on the face though because I want to talk about our March Kudos. So the March Kudos has been around before. This isn't the first time. Let me scoot this back a little and I apologize. You can see my cat back there. I'm in the process of washing the sheets. Anyway, so the Kudos this month is the Flawless 4 for $99. So you will get Touch Mineral Foundation. This is Scarlet. You will get the concealer, also Scarlet, and that is our lightest shade. You will get the Touch Glorious Face Primer. I love this stuff. And you can choose either the Touch Behold Setting Spray or the Touch Behold Translucent Powder. Love both of them. Probably use them both today. That's fine. So that's $99. It's, I think, one of the best deals that we ever have. And it's for the month of March. It's usually only once a year. So if you want it, you will need to get your hands on it now. Otherwise, it's going to be gone. Okay, so making sure that it restarted. I'm going to have to kill her, I told her, because she wanted out. So I let her back out. And then she immediately wanted back in, and I said, look, in or out. I feel like I'm talking to a child. And she is my child, so I suppose in a sense I am. So I already used our lotion, our face lotion on my face after my shower. My hair's still kind of damp, so it's kind of crunchy. Curly girls know. I didn't want to scrunch the crunch, if you will, because I don't want to touch it too much and make it frizzy. So I just pinned it back out of my face. I'll do that later. So we have a couple things going on today, and it's like, you know what? I'm gonna look cute. Obviously, look at me now. I might as well make a video. So first things first, when I'm using my foundation, and I do need to re-up, I always, in case there's anything left in that tube, I squeeze it out. And then I'm gonna put the cap back on. Just give it a shake. I need to redo my vanity, but right now they're laying flat, so just give it a good mix up. And then I'm going to use two tools to put this on. The first one is our liquid foundation brush, has the indent. I'm just going to squeeze my cap, take it off, and then just put the drops around. And no matter what you're doing, whatever product you're using, I don't care if it's ours or not, you will want to make sure that you are putting on your foundation before your concealer, because what's going to happen is you're going to put too much concealer on. So this way you know exactly just how much you need. I'm just going to take this and in a circle motion in some spots, put it on. We also have a new stick foundation, and you can add it to that bundle. It costs, I want to say it would be $158 for the stick foundation and the kabuki brush. I do not have it yet. I went to go order it and my shade was out of stock. So I think I saw that it should be back in stock on March 22nd. So that will be a happy early birthday to me. I've seen the coverage. It looks amazing though, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. And that's not in the Kudos, it's an addition to, I guess. I honestly haven't had a chance to look. So now that I've spread that in, I'm going to take a damp beauty blender, and I like to just pat this. I have very dry skin, and a lot of dry skinned girls prefer the BB cream, and I do love the BB cream. However, it's not the fullest coverage, so I try to use it, you know, for more casual days, but I figured that today, why not? I'm just going to make sure in this little mirror that I have that everything is blended out, looking good. I forgot to do my nose. Okay, so I have very red cheeks, as maybe you can tell. I'm going to go in with a little bit more on my cheeks only. And that's just well, I'll do cheeks and under my chin. That's just where my skin is the reddest. And so I prefer to cover that a little bit more if I'm going for full coverage. And some of it's going to peek through, and I'm okay with that. I don't really wear blush, so to me that's not a problem. But, you know, if you're going to use something called Flawless 4, you should try and look flawless. So now I'm actually going to take our lip exfoliator, and I'm going to put a little bit on. Like I said, it's dry. My skin, that means my lips too. And then I'm going to just scrub it off with a rag. And I like this stuff so much because it tastes delicious and it works really well. And then, just in case I had scrubbed anything off, I went back over that area with my brush because there's a little bit left on it. So now I'm going to grab my Labello Med Repair. Got this while we were in Germany. And just put it on to kind of, you know, not have some crusty crusts going on. So now I'm going to take, I think actually, I might need a new concealer. If I can find it. Yeah. That one's old because I don't use it that much, and I've noticed that since it's a couple years old, we're talking, I think, 3 maybe, when it first came out, I just want a fresh tube. So this is still in Scarlet, and I'm going to just put, if it'll come out, since it's so new, it's kind of hard. I'm just going to put in a light triangle pattern underneath my eyes, and then a dab around the nose. Let me scrub that off. And I'm going to try something I haven't tried ever, that is to kind of blend it a little bit out with this. And then I will, such an attractive face, go in with the wet beauty blender. And then just kind of blend it. Now I'm going to kind of tap it in. Definitely feels weird to be putting concealer on when it's not something that I ever really wear. But I think it does a phenomenal job. I also feel like if you're looking and you think, oh, that girl, you know, she put that on, and I just rubbed off some of the coverage on my cheeks, which is okay. But if I have too much on my face when it's dry, it starts to look really powdery looking, and I don't like that. And like I said, I'm gonna blush. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, some people naturally, no matter how much you put on, unless you want to look really cakey, you might have a little bit of a dark circle shining through. That's okay. That's you. Some people don't have that. That's them. So now I'm going to find a good brush to put on my, we do sell a brush. I don't have it. I think because I partially hate myself. But I want to use the setting powder. So I'm just going in with this. And I really like how this is set up. We just have a little circle and you just tap. I'm going to tap some off. And again, I don't want it to be heavy because I have dry skin and that's not a cute look. But I want this where I just put that concealer. Because on me, that is, and it's every single brand that I've ever tried. Just if there's any extra, I like to wipe it off. If I have too much on and I don't set it, it will crease. I don't care what I have on my face. That is just my skin. That's fine. Part of my hair's falling forward. Just making sure that I'm still focused. Hi, princess. Okay, and then holding my mirror up to make sure. Great. So now I always just kind of do like one final tap of my skin. I don't know why. I just always have. That's what I do. So now I don't want anything super heavy, and I love this highlight and contour stick, the Duet stick. I don't think it's on the site anymore because it was being discontinued. I hope they're coming out with something better or something as equally awesome because I love this. I actually stocked up when they were half off. And I'm pretty sure I've said this before. I'm not a Kardashian. I'm not going to look like one when I highlight and contour, and unless you are not going to look like that when you highlight and contour either. I'm sorry to tell you. So don't be discouraged if it's your first time trying to highlight and contour, or contour, just not even highlight, and you feel like you're not getting the results. You're not going to have those same results. And I'm sure there are people out there that are mad at me for saying that, and I'm okay with that. Or that are even appalled at my method here, but that's fine. This is what works for me, and it might not always pick up so well on camera, and I think part of that is just the lighting that I have. I haven't invested in anything better. I will eventually, but right now I think there might almost be too much light. But if I were to turn any off, then there wouldn't be enough, and it is what it is. Okay, so now that that's in, I'm going to go, this is what I was doing. Let me take water. We all love water. I'm going to go in with my bronzer. This is in the shade Sunset. And I like to just use this to kind of warm up what I've put on. So I will grab, if I can get that out of the way, just using this brush, nothing fancy. And this is also kind of my way of setting the contour. We have a puppy, which I've mentioned, and we did like the first round of classes, I think in October maybe, and she did really well. It was great because it tired her out and gave us a chance to do whatever we needed to do. And now I'm just going in that part of it, and I'm going to put that on my cheeks. And they had a second class that teaches more like, well, today we learned Watch Me. So that's, I guess, to kind of help make sure she's focused on you and you watch me, and she's supposed to look at you and reward that. But we're also going to learn like stay and settle and how to be calm on a leash walk and stuff like that. Thank God. So we had that today. So she is out there sleeping peacefully. I'm just making sure that everything is blended, because if I get real close up to my mirror, you're just going to see the top of my head. And I assure you, no one wants that. And my mom had gotten me this mirror for Christmas, and I love it. So anyway, so we had our first day of puppy class. She did really well. Now she's passed out. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I'm going to take, while we're here, our brush cleaner. That is not our brush cleaner. If I can get it. Not struggling. And I'm just going to spray it on my foundation brush. Go kind of heavy. I also have foundation all over my hands. And clean it, because I don't want that concealer to just sit on there. And I need to just do a deep clean, but you can already see how much I've taken off. And that's why I love that brush cleaner. I use it mainly on my eyeshadow brushes because, you know, you're sometimes using the same one for something. And I usually try to just wash my face brushes, but since I had that concealer on there, I didn't want to let it just sit. I know, I don't make any sense, it's fine. So now I need to put my water out of the way, go in and find my eye primer. I'm really prepared, as you could tell. I'm going to put a little bit of our eye primer on. And this just, for me, if I'm going to put in that effort, I want my stuff to stay. I don't know about you. And actually, everything that I've already put on my face now, I've already used the Flawless 4 with one of the options, of course, because we still have the option of the spray, which is what I will use at the end, but used the primer first, put on the liquid foundation, did the concealer, then I did the setting powder. So Flawless 4 has been used. That's what we're working with. But this is my usual final step. Every once in a while, I might spritz it on a sponge and dab it on something if I want it to really kind of stay, if you will. But I didn't do that today, and that's fine. We'll also need to pull out a new brow liner. Mine is done for. And it was a very sad day when I recognized that. I was like, no. But let me, did I actually throw it away? The last time I ran out of one, I threw away the full one. So that was effective. Just going to throw that down there. So I'll be using my brow pencil today. Although I switch between the pencil and the palette, I love them both. It's just, it depends on my mood. Maybe I'll use the pencil. The last time I used the palette, I went a little heavy-handed. Let's see. I don't know what I want to use, though. If I want to just stick with kind of neutrals, in which case this would be a good palette for that. And these are the 8 palettes that you can build yourself. Or if I want to do this very messy shimmer palette. That's a mess. There's also these fun colors. Or this one. I think I'm going to do something neutral, only because it's been a while since I've done like a strictly neutral looking eye. Everything recently I feel like has been kind of sparkly and fun. So I'm going to use this Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush, and I'm going to go into Astute, which is this one. I like this shade for my crease shade because I feel like it is a really great transition shade. It goes well on everyone. And I'm just going to stick that in the crease. And try and drop that palette. What? Oh, you're gonna come help me? She's about to come help us. Hi. I don't need your help. She would disagree. So now I think that I am going to go with Nimble, which is this shade right here, and I'm going to put that on my lid. I just need to find, get that powder off. I'm going to use our cream shadow brush to do that. Stop crying. Hey. Cats. Ellie. Hello. What's up? Stop. You'd think that we didn't pay any attention to her. Still applying nimble, just to this side now. My helper. I'm just going to check and see how it looks in the mirror that I can actually see in. Ellie. This is my life now. This is all I have. Hey, does that look sturdy? Does that look like it would hold you? Does it? You're gonna ignore me? Just gonna ignore me. Good thing this is an air tutorial. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my crease with a darker brown, and that is Gullible. And I'm going to use a not so fluffy brush. I like this one. This one is from BH Cosmetics. It's one of their sets, but as you can see, it's a more densely packed brush. Just going to start slowly and just put it in the crease, like I said. While my cat watches me. I feel like I was talking about something before she did that, but I don't remember what it was now. So, whoopsie. Anyway, this one's Kudos. Like I said, I've already used it. It's fantastic. We're also going to be bringing out some new products this year, and I can't wait for them. And we have the new skincare, which I have not tried yet, so it's really hard for me to tell you if I like it or not, but I have seen some people using it, and let me tell you, those results are phenomenal. I just have some left from before, and I'm not going to toss them just because there's something new when I know that they work. I'm not saying the new stuff doesn't, of course, but I have this and I know it works, so I'm going to finish it at least before I move on. So now I want to see if that's my darkest brown, which it might be, because I want something kind of darker in the crease section. But it looks like most of what I have is shimmery, and why not? But I think actually what I will do is go in this palette, oof, get it all over my hand, and use Nonsensical. I realize it's not quite as neutral as the others, but Gullible's my darkest brown in there, and that just doesn't work. So now I need, where'd it go? I don't really want that one, but I can't find the one that I want. You know, I'll use this one. This is the Morphe M321, and I'm just going to tap that into Nonsensical, blow on it, and just put it in the outer V. And it's not going to be super dramatic, but it adds some extra depth for my eye, and this I found is best for me because of my glasses. So this way it still is noticeable that I have makeup on and makes it look a little bit better. And again, I'm sure there are people watching thinking, oh god girl, no. That's fine. Now I just want to blend on both sides. Okay. So we're done with the eyeshadows for now. Let's see if we really are. Up next, if I can find it. Where is it? I have too much stuff. Okay, I'm going to use our Dip and Draw in Perfect. Give it a little shake while Ellie watches me. And I will have to hold this up a little bit more because I'm not that good. And by not that good, I mean I'm not good. And I think this stuff is so great for someone who maybe isn't very skilled like me at doing any type of wing or liquid eyeliner. Because it's so easy. And I'm just going to pause it so that I can do my other eye because that's not something that I can do easily. So hang on one moment. And I'm back. So they don't look the same. That's okay to me because I had to do one with my left hand and the other with my right hand. So I'm going to take the Black Perfect and just put this on my lower lash line. And then I tend to go in and just smudge it. Not much, just a little, because I don't like it to be super harsh. Okay, so now we will go ahead and do our brows. So I'm using this in dark. I don't do anything super fancy, I just follow the shape of my brows. Go in and comb them. And then I'll move on to the other one. Again, just following the shape I outlined first. Molly just peed in the house because I could hear him cleaning and then setting a timer. Just trying to make sure that there's nothing missing. Okay. They're not perfect, and brows are sisters, not twins. So it is what it is. I also use this, getting kind of low, it's Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer in soft brown. I use it as like a gel of sorts. Younique used to have the fibers and they got rid of them, and I loved those things. I thought they were fantastic. Now they don't have them, and so neither do I from them. These do, I don't think they really add any fibers or anything, but they help hold my brows in place. And that's what's really important. There's the cat again. Now I'm going to do minking again, so I have black and brown. What? Start with black. Ellie. And just recently, one of my friends tried the black epic for the first time, and she was like, oh my god, why didn't you tell me sooner? So I did tell you. You just didn't listen. So when your friends tell you that they have a really good mascara, please don't jump up here. When they have a really good mascara, listen to them. This is the brown. I'm just applying it to the tips of my lashes. Ellie. Hey. Hey. She's nuts. So now I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll come back and put black on over that. We had my mom, my mother-in-law, my sister came over last night and we watched A Star Is Born, and I had somehow managed to avoid all knowledge of how that ends. Yeah. It was awful. It was a really good movie though, and I love Lady Gaga. I think she's great. So now I'm going to go to the other eye. And this definitely is not going to pick up on camera. I think it's subtle, but it's definitely there. Just adds a little bit of length and volume to your lashes. Okay, and then I'm going to put some on the lower lash line, but I need to be up close and near for that. We're not that talented. And yes, I'm making the mascara face, and you all know what I'm talking about. Ellie. Now I'm going to take my lash comb. What? Stop acting like I neglect you. And just comb out those bottom lashes because they always seem to need it. And then I have another damp sponge. And I just like to go underneath my eyes again. Ellie? Get. I know, but you're not playing on the laptop. Go on. And just redab. So I also think that today I'm going to use the Touch a la Mode cream to powder, and this is in iridescent. Pack it on. I'm going to blend it out. There. All right, let's go. I've seen people do that. Please don't do that. Not pretty. Ellie, if you don't get away from that laptop, I'm not going to do anything. So it's not, I mean, I know it looked crazy there momentarily, but it's not. But I am going to add just a little bit more to the tip of my nose and then down there. And for this one, I'll blend it in with my hands. And then just do a quick dab. So that is the completed look. We used the Flawless 4, which was to start, Glorious Touch, Touch Glorious, the Mineral Touch Liquid Foundation, the concealer, which one's the old one? Oh no. That one's the old one. Okay, so the concealer. And then we finished up with the Touch Behold setting spray. Or you could have finished up with the, or that was the powder. This is the setting spray, which I'm going to use. I always give it a shake. Close my eyes. And then spray. So that is all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. How long is this? About 37 minutes. 37-minute full face get ready with me with appearances by my cat. Hope you're having a great day, and if you have any questions about this month's Kudos, just go ahead and leave a comment, send me a message, or you can find me on any other social network, and I'll have that all linked below. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.